You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, I like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again.
Hi everyone, my name is Nini Chong and I am the founder of Her Rise Story. So tonight I will be having my co-host again. So let's have Zoo. Hi Zoo.
everyone. Hi, Nini. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. I missed you last night.
I miss being there. It's good to be back.
Yeah, so are you feeling better tonight?
Way better. Yes.
That's
Um,
awesome.
yeah, I had good rest, and this morning wake up fresh and roaring to go.
Yay!
Mhm.
Yay! Okay. So, yesterday we had an awesome guest and
Yes.
also a guest host.
Mm-hmm.
And tonight we have a special guest. And, I've been friends with her for the longest time, I think, right?
So I
So
heard. Yeah.
she has been part of my personal development journey. So
Wow.
that's how I got to know her. Yeah,
Nice.
so yeah, so I saw Zoo that you launched a few articles
Mm-hmm.
for marketing in Asia, right?
Right.
Would you like to speak about them?
Okay, the most recent ones I wrote about Ramadan sustenance, what it's all about for the Muslims around the world, and especially in Asia, how it has affected us. And yeah, I've got it's an eye opening as well, an eye opener while writing that. I felt a bit like emotional because Ramadan for us Muslims, it's a important affair where we get together with the family, and there's the Mariahness is different this year. So one of my latest. And I also wrote about how separating work and living space, because right now we're all working from home, and I think there's a thin line. At home you cannot just be sitting on the couch working. It doesn't work that way. So I penned some thoughts. So you can read all this on Marketing in Asia.
Cool,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
So, Marketing in Asia has awesome articles, people. So, head
Thank
over
you.
to marketinginasia.com and
Mhm.
yeah, have a look at the articles. There are just so many articles about so many things, right?
Yes, please do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
our writers are all across Asia, and we actually um, the process to pick these writers is not an easy thing. Yeah, because a lot of people wants to write for us, but we only pick those we think will be able to contribute greatly to the magazine.
Cool,
Hmm.
cool,
Yeah.
right? So, just for the benefit of our audience for tonight, so if this is your first time watching us, we are on Her Rise Story virtual talk show, Mothers Rising Above Adversity. This time
Mm-hmm.
around, we have the privilege of working together with Marketing in Asia,
Yay.
featuring mothers from the 100 most inspirational LinkedIn icons in Malaysia. You should no, you should follow in Malaysia. You should
In
follow
Malay?
in Malaysia 2020.
Yes. Well, you got it correct there, nearly, okay? Just 1% more. I'm just going to say it out, okay? So it's Marketing in Asia's LinkedIn Top 100 Personalities in Malaysia you should follow in 2020. Again, I cheated because I wrote it down. It's got a mouthful there.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. That's just prepared, right?
Yeah.
That's not cheating. Okay, so what her right story is about, we are not about success stories, but we amplify challenge stories that industry leaders go through. You know, because how her right story came about is, as I speak in conferences or workshop, normally the questions that I would get would be challenge questions, so I'm going through these challenges. What would you do? I just feel that, or maybe I assume that people think that leaders don't go through challenges, but I think
Yes.
as we go through personal growth, the challenges will get bigger and bigger, right?
That's right. That's right. The one thing that I
So
always heard is that people always think it's oh, you are lucky. You get there. You're lucky. It's got nothing to do with luck. There's a lot of
yeah.
challenges, whatever we go through, especially as moms, and we're busy with kids. We're busy with raising family. We're busy with work. So there's a lot of challenges behind this, the behind the curtain events. There's tons of them. Yeah. Mm.
And through her right story also, we will get to, yes, relate on the kind of challenges that leaders would go through, but most importantly, what is the mental model, what is the attitude, what is the mindset,
Mhm.
to rise above the challenges, hence the name her right story.
That's right. Very apt name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
So tonight I have, I don't know whether we've heard the term before, but I thought that, okay, inspirational single mother. That's
Mm.
a description that I think would best suit her. So
Wow.
let's bring up Intan on the show.
That's right.
Zoom.
Yes.
Let's go.
Shaidatul Intan. She's an NLP based trainer for the past 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
That's
Hi,
Hi,
me.
Intan.
Intan.
Welcome to
Hi.
the show.
How are you?
I'm good. All goody good.
Wonderful. Good energy there.
Yes. Yes. I'm ready in my red blouse. This is my lucky blouse. My favorite
Ah,
color.
is
Red.
that
Red
it?
makes me feel strong.
Yes. Yes, most definitely.
Me and you in Christmas.
Oh,
Yes.
that's true.
Thank you, the two of you, for having me. Thank you, MIA, for naming me again this year as to be part of in the list of top 100 LinkedIn icon.
Yes.
And I happen to be one of the women in the top
Mm,
100
that's right.
Oh,
women.
Congratulations.
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 Thank
Yeah, it is.
you.
It is. As I always say for the past couple of shows, that it's not easy to be chosen to be the top 100 because there's like around 5 million users, LinkedIn users in Malaysia. So to be top 100 is really something. Mm-hmm.
Cool, oh,
Yeah.
cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll let you start first, Zoo.
Okay, so Intan, tell us about yourself. I know you have two girls. I was very shocked to hear this piece of information. Tell us about you and your girls, how old they are.
All right. So I've been, as the story tonight is all about challenges as a mom. So I've been a
Mm.
single mom for 19 years. This year is my
Wow.
19th year as a single mom. And
Mm.
what I do for a living is I'm a corporate trainer. I train employees. When corporate
Mm.
clients call me, I train their employees to overcome fear, to build confidence, to change the old mindset that's no longer serving them and change into a new mindset that serves them, right? And I
Mm.
do this on in various topics: customer service, presentation skills, public speaking, in whatever that area. But that's my main thing that I do as a living. Yeah. So I
Mm.
have two daughters. Um, The first one is 24 years old.
Mm.
I raised her when I got divorced. She was only four turning 5,
Wow.
and the sister was only 1 year old when we got divorced. Yeah, so
Mm.
I brought them out. I'm so proud of them, and the Malay would say dia orang jadi orang. So I'm so glad.
Jadi
I have a
manusia anak mak ni.
jadi manusia. Right? And my first daughter, what I love most about my two daughters is at a very young age, they get to choose what they love. And I
Mm.
allow them, I had to do mindset change as well on myself,
Mm. Mm.
that things are different. Because I grew up in a family that says either you become doctor, lawyer, engineer, or nothing. But now
Mm.
it's different, right? So my first daughter had an interest in wildlife conservation, so she took up environmental science and she worked with NGO, and she loves what she does is take care of tigers. Okay, and she had
Wow.
to go to jungle on and off, and I always worry, what if you bump into tiger? What's gonna
Oh,
happen?
so cool.
Yeah,
Doing
and
that. Wow.
yeah, and she does campaign, raise fund for the NGO, and they do all sorts of things, empower the orang asli to
Mm.
work and do the work around conservation. And she's also going to pursue her PhD this coming September. Yay!
Nice.
Wow,
Wonderful. A
And
wow.
doctor in the
my
family.
my second daughter is totally the opposite.
Mm.
She's so against academic. She has the rebel blood like the mother. So she said,
Mm.
"Mom, no college for me. I've decided." Okay. So I have to do that mindset change. Okay, no college. What do I do now? So I have to be the coach. I have to be the friend. I have to be the mom all in one and support her and talk her through. Okay, what do you want? What do you like? How can we chart our career? So we have decided that I'm going to coach her to become an entrepreneur one day. But
Mm.
because she's female, she's still very young, I said, go and work in hospitality. Learn how to serve people. Yeah. Learn how to serve people, learn how to be patient with people. And then once you're ready, I'll teach you how to be an entrepreneur, because that's one of the
Mm.
first thing that an entrepreneur must learn. Be patient
Mm.
with people, right? So she's
Sure.
now a cabin crew with one of the airline, just
Okay.
started flying again. So she has grown a lot from there, from her work as a cabin crew, learning to serve people, doing the work according to SOP. So I'm so happy that they get to pursue what they love. So that's about me.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Lovely to know that. Yeah. Hmm.
Hmm.
And go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Nini.
Tell us more about what's exciting with you right now. I know that you have been doing a lot of virtual classes, webinars, and all that kan.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So I've been what I call have uh, no gaji. Okay, I've been on my own for 16 years, so I have like zero salary. I don't know what salary or bonus is all about anymore. So literally, I have for 16 years lived under uncertainty. So every month, I don't know whether I'm going to get paid or not. Right. So when MCO comes in, because I have gone through a lot of challenges before, so I took a 1 week break, Netflix binging, and then I say, okay, let's get to work. Yeah. And
Mm.
because I had that break, and I straight away move in and straight away find out, okay, what do client want? What's needed right now? What does it take for me to deliver what client wants? So
Mm.
so 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 far um I've been training this afternoon. I have classes last week. I have classes, and then
Mm.
I've been getting quite a number of requests. And clients are also asking for virtual class even for their quarter 3 and quarter 4. So I'm
Wow.
glad. I'm glad I quickly go down and learn. This platform, that platform, and I actually try out a few free classes so that I
Mm.
get used to it. So that's my investment. I don't buy ads, but I do free classes as a trial. That's more for my practice. So I'm glad that
Mm.
I quickly get into solution mode. because we don't have time, we don't know what's going to happen. So solution. So if they say, oh, after PKP back to classroom, I already have the module, the SOP, just go back to business. But if they say, hey, we want for next 2 years to be on virtual, so I'm ready. So that's what I've been
Wow,
for
love
the
that.
for the this NCO. And I've also one of my project right now is I want to open door to public to come into my virtual workshop, because before this I only do for companies. So when companies book me, they already give me who they want to send, like 30, 100, sometimes I do 150. But I've never gotten the chance to open the door for public. So
Mm,
after Raya, inshallah, I'm gonna open, and the subject will be on resilience, on bouncing back, and exactly what we're going to talk about tonight: how to process your negative emotion, how to bounce back, and how to come back and start making rational decision. Because it's
mm.
2020, we are no longer interested in carrying emotional baggage.
Yes,
No
absolutely love
more.
that so much. Yeah, amazing. Since we are talking about resilience, I've got a question. What's the biggest challenge that you faced as a single mom when you first started out
Oh,
years ago? 19
oh,
years ago, right? You started being a single
years
mom.
ago, lots. Now, if
Yeah.
you ask if you ask anybody who's gone through divorce,
Mm,
no matter how amicable or it was an agreed upon, whatever, we part ways in peace, that no one would ever go through a divorce or breakup without feeling hurt. So emotional turmoil was definitely was on my table. Okay, I was married for 7 years, and every year I had to deal with a third party. So come
mm,
7 years, I said, okay, I think it's enough of dealing this third party thing shit. Okay, so I said, okay, let's get out. And the process was quite easy. Number one, because the third party was already there and ready to marry my ex-husband.
mm,
Okay, that made it easy. You see, it's easy for men when they have somebody to ready to marry them. But for me,
mm,
all I need is the ticket out. Yeah, because for women, at, at that time, yeah, for women, my biggest fear was, what if it's a gantung tak bertali? Because when you go to Mahkamah Syariah, they say only the man can give you divorce. But
mm,
now I learned a couple of years ago, it seems that women have more power per se. You just have to justify and show the reason why you want a divorce, and that if the court feels is good enough a reason, they will allow that. So at that time,
mm,
it was that. So I have two kids, and then one of my biggest conversation was, I was reading newspaper at that time. There were a lot of kids who became part of the statistic of drugs and all
mm,
kinds of social problems. So I said, oh boy, if I were to take this route, one thing that I would never forgive myself if my two kids become part of the statistics. So all this emotional turmoil, this is the thing that I must handle first, so that they don't become the victim of my emotional baggage. You see, when
mm.
we mothers, we are unsettled and we are angry, we are still have, a lot of anger towards our ex. Guess who we gonna lash our anger to? The
Yeah.
kids. Yeah.
Kids. Yeah. Mm,
So I know it was very hurtful. It was like, oh gosh. And the moment I got my divorce, the other factor that made the process was easy because I got a good lawyer.
mm,
So good lawyer is important. It was a one-off, discuss outside at a kopitiam, go through the agreement. Okay, one time at the court. Okay, done. Right.
mm,
So the first thing I handled right after divorce is to make myself a better mother than before. And I said, I have to be a better mother than any of those mothers out there who have their husband with them, because
mm,
my kids only have me. Yes, they have their father, they have telephone, they see their father and whatnot, but most of the time they'll be spending time with me. So
mm,
so the thing that I've been focusing on is, how do I make myself a better mother for them so that they don't become part of the statistic. So that I focused myself on that personal development for 2 years, 3 years, and then after that I start 2004. I went out and looked for my career development. When I quit my
mm,
job and I started business because I've always wanted to do something on my own. So
mm,
challenges, so I handle it one at a time. You know, emotional turmoil, anger because of the divorce or whatsoever. Handle that first, and then make sure and I can that I become a best mother for my kids, and then I
mm,
do my career development.
mm. Wow. Yeah.
Wow. So
Mm.
I just want to add on to that, right? So Intan spoke about gantung tak bertali, right? I guess some of the audience or you even, right, Zoo, didn't know that I actually went through a divorce at a very
Oh.
young age. I went through a divorce at the age of 25 years old, right?
Wow.
Just for
Mm,
women out there. So I know that the statistics of domestic violence is going up right now during
mm,
MCO
mm,
and during this stressful situation right now. So there is a way for you to get your divorce, right? So if you takut that you gantung tak bertali, right, like that. So the tip is for you to be defendant, okay, as you go to the Mahkamah Syariah and get the form, right? So you gotta be defendant, and when you fill up the form, your husband you put in as plaintiff,
mm.
asking for the divorce, right?
Okay.
Because
Mm,
when you put yourself as the plaintiff, that will be susah.
mm,
Sebab so then you jadi so you put yourself as defendant, you jadi letak your husband as plaintiff, and habis dah fill up the form, you buka file, all you need to do is wait for the date. So I went through my divorce. So darilah I ambil form, I suruh everyone sign, and then I buka file. 2 weeks after that, it was hearing, and I got my divorce.
wow. Just within
So
2 weeks that you got called back.
within 2 weeks, yeah.
Okay.
So because they would give you the date. So the moment that you submit the form, you book a file, you can straight away ask for a date. So
Mm,
that is for Selangor lah kan. So
mm,
just I'm putting it out there so that if you are thinking what to do and you think that the main thing that women would always takut is mampus lah, orang selalu cakap, tahu tak nak cerai tu naik turun naik turun naik turun, tak juga kena
mm.
cerai-cerai nanti,
Yeah.
that.
Mm. But it's
Yeah.
not true, yeah? It's just hearsay. That's just hearsay.
Now it's
So you
okay.
gotta know, the you gotta know what are the rules lah kan. So for you to
Mm,
bend it or for you to maneuver yourself, you just gotta know the rule. But I was lucky because I had a friend who went through a
mm.
divorce just 1 month before me. So she
Okay.
coached me how to do it. So I'm paying it forward lah sekarang ni.
Right.
So
Mm,
Intan, so you said just now that going
Yeah.
through the divorce was difficult, kan? Now I want to ask you. So you said that it was hurtful, kan? Yes, it is always hurtful, kan? Because when you got married, you think that it's like a fairy tale, happy ever after. Apa? Happy
Ever.
ever after.
mm.
Forever and ever, I love you. Forever and ever. Macam tu, kan? So it's not like that, right? So kalau dulu orang selalu cakap kalau ada jodoh. Sekarang orang
Mm,
cakap kalau jodoh panjang,
mm,
kan?
mm, mm.
Right? So how is it like? How does the society look at you? Or probably the right question to ask is, who do you see yourself in society post divorce? Right after.
Okay. Yeah. So when I first divorced, I was still working in a company. So there was status quo, everything is, work as usual. And people at the office, I was lucky I work at the office where people don't bother much about this. They just know that if you do your work, you do your work. But when I started my own business, oh my God, the stigma I have to face is just ridiculous. Okay, you gotta
Really?
hear this story. It's
Wow.
just ridiculous. I felt like writing a book about it. Oh my
Mm,
God. Okay, so anyway, so some of the things I have to face, when I was doing selling, I had to do sales. When I first started, I did sales in a retail market. So I had to meet person by person. So when I get male client, sometimes they ask because they see no ring on the finger. So they ask this, right? So sometimes, yeah, not all. Sometimes I get remarks, cynical remarks. So like, oh, you're one of them. Oh, you Miss
Really?
J, Miss J. One time I was on the phone, the potential client, and asked, oh, you Miss J, Miss J. Then I said, Dato, if you don't stop calling me that, I will end this conversation. Oh, sorry.
Goodness, really? They give you that kind of
Yes.
title?
Oh,
Amazing.
yes.
Really
Yes.
good.
And I'm not talking about people who don't go to school, yeah. I'm talking
Mm.
about, I
Yeah.
just mentioned the title, okay.
Right. That's even
I'm
worse, huh?
talking about professional, yeah.
Mm.
So these are the stigma, but I'm saying it's not all, but they exist out there. They
Mm.
exist out there, and it just made me feel like, ugh, I just want to earn a living. Why is this in the way? Yeah. So
Mm.
later then I maneuver and maneuver and maneuver. Now my business, I only meet ladies, so settle. Training department are mostly ladies. They don't care if you have a ring or not. They want to know, what have you got to offer? How can you help my company? What's your certification? Isn't
Mm.
that great? Yeah. So now
Exactly.
also,
Yep.
yes.
Mm.
But now as we approach 2020, I see a lot, especially in the younger generation, because in my class, I have a lot of younger generation, 25, 30. So when I tell them that I'm a single mom, sometimes I get a few, oh, just like my mom. My mom is a single mom
Mm.
too. And they're
Mm.
very cool about it. And they were talking, oh, my mom's like that too. My mom's like that too. Just like you. Da, 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 da. So the younger
Mm.
generation are very much very cool about it. Because chances are there'll be many more who grow up with a single mom. And I can
Mm.
see that they're much more matured. They are
Mm.
much more considerate. And if they are a guy, they're much more respectful to women.
Mm.
If they grow up with a
Good to
single
know.
mom.
Really
Yeah.
good to know. Yeah, just to go back a bit to what you said earlier, Intan. You said
Mm.
there's always hurt going through a woman's heart and all that mind
Yeah.
when you go through a divorce. So it depletes some part of their self-esteem as well, right? Self-worth too. So
Yep. Yep.
they will start feeling inadequateness and not good enough kind of thing. So how do you pivot that kind of mindset in your clients? To make them feel, okay, you're worthy, you're good enough. It's not your fault. Things like this happen. How do you do that?
Yeah. So
Mm,
um, one of the driving factors, if I can say that,
mm,
one of the cause why
Hi,
because
Tan.
of
We lose
my
you a little bit there. We lose you like 5 seconds.
yeah. So,
yeah,
5 seconds. So I'm gonna
It's
repeat
fine.
that. I'm gonna repeat
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Why women? Okay, can you hear me?
Okay.
Can hear
Yeah.
you. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. So women who tend to go into the place of I'm not good enough, they only go there when they feel that they are a victim of
Mm,
situation. That
mm,
means it's done unto them. So they also will see themselves, their value based on what people do to them or what people say to them. Right? So
mm,
example, if they become single mom and the stigma from the community and start labeling them this and that, then they will be a victim of that label. Yeah. But if they take ownership and I said, I will not let the community, society, or anybody for that matter, not your mom, not your dad, not your ex-husband, not your neighbor, but we define ourselves, then
mm,
we don't have to go there. We don't even have to go there. See, when we define ourselves, you can define whatever you want. I'm a coolest mom.
mm,
Yeah. So you're a coolest
mm,
mom. Yeah.
mm,
So it's only when we allow other people to dictate, hey, you are like this lah, you are like that. Oh, you're a bitchy woman. That's why you're a single mom. Patutlah tak kahwin-kahwin lagi. You
That's
macam
because
macam ni.
it's like power over us, kan? We are letting them
Yes.
the power over us.
Yeah.
Yes. So when we do that, we're giving away the power, our self-esteem, of our definition, of our value to other people. So why do we want to do that? Why do we want to do that? Yeah? Take away the power. And I think this is what a lot of women are, some women still missing out, because we grow, you see, our culture is, we are very like communal, we are very community based. It matters what the community think of you. Yeah, that's where, that's how we grow up. Okay, and in the past it's even stronger, right? So we still have that kind of DNA. And but today the sad thing is, sometimes we allow the social media define it for us. I'm not thin enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not, my hair is not brown enough compared to those pretty women on the Instagram, or those people who post, they hugging their husband, happy family, that's their definition of their happiness, and they want to share. Let them share and let them define. So if we are single, whether you're a single mom, if you've never been married, we make our own definition. Hey, I'm cool, I'm 40 something, I've never been married, I've no kids, but I'm cool, I get to do this, I drive a nice car, I get to travel. You define. Why do we want to let society to define? The moment we let the society to define, that's when we go into the it's a very so, so women gotta take control of this, take control of their own value, their own belief, their own definition. Own it. Never give it away to anybody. Not even when you're married. If you have found somebody, a boyfriend, never allow that to dictate your value. You hold on to your value and you stand by it. Yeah, you stand by it.
Right.
Otherwise, we're gonna die by people's definition. How
Sure.
will you be remembered? Oh, based on what the society defines you.
Yeah, it's sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you remember Honey shared during our first show, that I need to take care of myself. I need to reclaim my space, right?
Yes.
So I
Yes.
guess in this situation is immediately when a woman gets a divorce, right? There's already a stigma in
Yeah.
the, it's in our culture. There's conditioning
Right.
that happens, for
Right.
years and years ago, right? It started years and
Right.
years ago. And I guess when a divorce happened, right, to a woman, then we need to reclaim our power from the society. So I just
Correct.
would like to add on a little bit, right? So I got my divorce a few weeks before Chinese New Year, and I had to. Bukan I had to. So I went back to Sabah for Chinese New Year. Okay, I'm half Chinese, right? So then I brought my husband now, who was my boyfriend at that time. Was my boyfriend at that time, and it was Chinese New Year, and everyone was looking at me and asking, "Oh, where's my husband?" At that time, right? "Oh, I divorced him already. This is my boyfriend." So you can see their face, right? Just change, and
Of
of
course.
course, my husband now, just rasa macam, because he know what kind of person that I couldn't care less what people would say, right? But I guess that is important because it is your decision, it is your life. If you tak ada duit, you tak ada makan, you tak ada duit nak bayar bil, they wouldn't do anything for you,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
So yeah, I guess the power is yours. The power is not theirs for you to give to, kan? Intan. So I guess that really that is really something like that. I think I'm going through a divorce, but
Yeah.
Intan. So
Yes.
as your children were growing up, kan, did they struggle with it? Did they struggle with the status of a one-parent family? Was
Oh,
it a
yes.
struggle for them? Mm.
Uh, I think they struggle with the fact itself, but they have been surrounded by great friends. I get a lot of support, like, when kids, when you have school going kids, sometimes they need to go here and there. I always get support from some friend's mom will offer to pick up and send. Yeah, so I'm blessed. I have that in my community. So in that sense, they don't suffer from, because they're kids, right? They don't have stigma whatsoever. But uh, deep inside, I know they suffer because they feel this lacking of one element. They know, yeah. So I have to be that. I have to do damage control sometimes. I have, I have to make it up. I have to make it up, and there are times when I've never shared this before. So there are times when my children come back from their stepmom's house crying. Okay, stepmom said I'm fat. Okay, and my daughter was only 8 years old at that time. So I had to be the bitch and coach her. And I said, your stepmom um, does not have the awareness or knowledge or high education that she doesn't know how to treat you. So you got to be the bigger person. And all these challenges that they have to face had made them more matured than any of their friends. So at least that I can see. And I can see that when they are matured, they can solve problems easily. Like if they
Right.
face challenge, okay, let's find a solution. Let's find a solution. How do we handle this? So
Mm,
at that time, I get very annoyed, but now I'm seeing it's a blessing. Because of that, they become matured. Yeah,
sure. Mm,
yeah. Like if I am like not well, I have fever and all that, I don't have to ask. I'll be treated like a queen because they know how to handle everything, and they'll
mm,
bring food into the room for me.
mm,
Because of their maturity. They're no longer, they're not the kids who are like, Mom, we want this, we want that. They know they have to handle it. They have to be a grown up. Yeah. So
mm.
so pros and cons, they have to grow up a little bit quickly than other kids. The pros is, by this age, it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier
Mm,
for them and for me.
mm.
Mm.
Right, right. You have been in this industry for the last 20 years, being a trainer for the last 20 years. What changes have you seen? Significant changes in women of those years and now?
I think women now are more okay. We do have this young groups who are still very concerned whether get married or not, and
Mm.
to the point where I'm seeing a pattern that there's a pattern of I don't mind polygamy, and
Oh,
we're talking about polygamy with around the same age, yeah, and get
mm,
married around the same time. Not
mm.
polygamy marrying some rich old man with an older wife. I saw that I saw that trend and it freaks me out. Uh, yes, they have
Wow,
Facebook, okay?
I'm freaked out now.
Yes.
There is like a community of that right now.
Yes, yes,
Are
yes.
you ladies
And,
serious? Wow. Okay. Tell
and,
more. I'm curious.
and they don't look for men with money. They don't look for men with money. They
No.
look for men. No, they look for men who like okay, handsome, a little bit of whatever ciri idaman,
Uh,
and and together with the madu, they like work together and build the economy. So if you,
wow.
yeah, so if you, okay, I hope I'm not giving ideas here, but but
Kata
there's a
peranjat.
trend. No, I'm not giving ideas, but there's a trend, okay? And the way I see it, that's also a sign of there are still women who are very afraid of having the status single, and they will go
Hmm.
to this group, yeah. And I'm
Why they
also
do that?
seeing, yeah, so I'm also seeing another pattern. I have a lot of friends who are in the 40s, never been married. They're so cool. They travel, drive good cars, running startups, and they're okay with it. And I also have some single friends who said, okay, I'm done being single, I'm going to adopt a son, and she did.
Hmm.
No
Hmm.
problem, yeah. So I'm seeing a pattern that there are women more accepting of the title being single and being okay with it. And what I noticed is that usually they have a purpose and they have something that they're focusing on. So they have something bigger. They have a startup to run. They have a career. They have their cats. They have their
Mm,
anak angkat.
mm.
So the need to be a wife becomes very small already. So it didn't
Yes.
bother them that much, and they just
Mm,
focus on what they can do and what they can contribute. Yeah. So
mm.
I really admire these women because they don't let the society define how they should be. Yeah, so for
Sure.
me, it's you kahwin ke, you tak kahwin ke, ada anak ke, tak ada anak ke, so be it. As long as you
Correct.
make full use of your life and
Mm,
you're useful to the community,
mm.
in contribution. If you're running business, you're creating jobs. If you're at work, you're contributing to the economy. So
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Mm. So what
So,
do you think? I'm still
go on,
curious.
Zul, go on, Zul.
I'm still curious about that group of women who don't mind polygamy. So why do you think their mindset is such? Is it also um, conditioned from childhood that if you don't get married, you're not good enough?
Maybe,
Is it that? Yeah.
maybe,
Hmm.
yes, maybe.
Okay. Wow.
Uh,
And girls in
uh,
their 20s, yeah, ladies in their 20s, thinking like that.
20s, yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. They're not. They do that not not even 30s. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
there's a trend.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
We
Shocking.
have a note from Emilia, but we'll come back to her note
Yeah,
before we close, right? Yes. So
yeah,
Emilia, we saw your
yeah.
note. You're gonna
So,
come back.
yeah, so I did say to her that we will up her question, right? So she said, she was saying that, oops, besar kita semua. It's not easy for mother back then. Lack of education
Hmm.
might be one of the factor. I have to go up and down Sharia court at the age of 18 to process her divorce after long years of witnessing her suffer. Maybe you can share how this woman can find strength to go through this
Hmm.
process.
Hmm.
Okay. So let me just share what I think have worked for me so far, and I think this applies regardless of level of education because this is all about spiritual and character. Yeah.
Hmm.
So long as anyone could understand this, anyone could do this on their own. Okay, number one is um, empathy. Yeah, empathy. Empathy is all about understanding why people do certain things. Okay,
Hmm.
it's not to condone. So, for example, if you have abusive ex-husband, okay, so now that you have gone out, and then you have this like, why me? Why do I become blah 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 blah, right? So like in my case, why me? 7 years of third party, I had to deal with that. Why me? But then with empathy, uh, which is the act of trying to understand what is it that driving that behavior. Yeah.
Hmm.
So once I learned how to build empathy, how I did it is like this. I ask a lot of questions, and I don't ask the person, I ask myself. I ask myself in a sense that I wonder, maybe he does this because of this. Maybe it's because of that. Maybe. So the more maybes that I have, the more it becomes like, oh, actually dia buat macam ni sebab dia macam tu. So once
Hmm.
I understand, forgiveness will come a lot easier for me. It's easier for me to forgive him. And I don't even have to go and say, excuse me, I forgive you. No need. The act of understanding other people, what's driving them to their whatever behavior, yeah? Irrational behavior. The moment we understand, it's easier to drop all those negative emotion as baggage. You understand,
Hmm.
you go like, oh, mungkin sebab ni kot. Okay. And then
Hmm.
you go to forgiveness. Yeah. So empathy, understanding why people do that. And also you use empathy to understand yourself. Why did I do that? Kenapa
Hmm.
why did I respond that way? Why did I not do that? So maybe at that time I didn't know how. Maybe at that time I was too scared. Maybe at that time that's the only way I know, you know? So
Mm.
empathy, and then once you have empathy, you go to forgiveness. Now, forgiveness again, forgiveness of whatever people have done to you. Again, it's not a two-person process. It's only one-person process. We can do it totally on our own. Yeah, we
Mm.
can totally do it on our own with empathy. Once you have understand what's driving people, and then you can go to forgiveness and say, okay, uh, for me to move on, let me just forgive this person. Now forgiveness does not mean you condone, does not mean you agree whatever that person
Mm.
is doing.
Mm.
Forgiveness is actually for us to drop the freaking baggage, because it's
Mm.
like a big boulder. If we carry it, I hate
Mm.
story, it's very heavy, you know.
Right.
So the moment you have empathy, you have forgiveness, you can drop that thing out. It's like a big
Mm.
boulder here. Drop it.
Mm.
And then there's one person that's very, very important for us to forgive, which is ourselves. And this is
Mm.
what women always leave behind. Forgive everybody, take care of kids, do things for everybody, but they forgot to check in whether they have forgiven themselves or not. So what is it that we need to forgive ourselves? We need to forgive ourselves for making the wrong step, or for didn't think about it earlier, for didn't say no, didn't for things that we didn't do, that we feel guilty about. Forgive ourselves. Okay, we are
Mm.
human. We're
Mm.
human, you know.
Right.
The moment you have these two elements, empathy and forgiveness, you're ready to fly.
Mm.
And better still, if the moment you drop the baggage and start focusing on your own goal. Yeah. So women need to reframe and know that with or without man, you can have your goal.
Sure.
The
Exactly.
goal is not just about having one man, one woman grow old together. With or without man, you gotta have a goal for yourself. You gotta have a goal.
Mm.
If you don't, that's when you start focusing on, oh, what my ex did to me, oh, what's happening to me. And it's so
Mm.
easy to go back to the victim mode. But when you have a
Mm.
goal, you don't have time for that. You don't even have time to look behind. It's just like driving car, right? When you're driving car, do we look back constantly? No, right? We're looking front, but we have the mirror, the reflection mirror, just to look at it once in a while. So same
Mm.
like our life journey, just focus, go ahead, and you have direction, you have your GPS, you got to decide where is it that you want to go, and go ahead, move forward. And once in a while you look at the mirror, okay, what was the mistake that I did the last time? Okay, I better not do that. And then
Mm.
focus ahead again. So
Mm.
empathy and forgiveness, I think, is very, very important. I see a lot of women, some even unmarried women, tapi sebab putus cinta a couple of times, they carry that baggage for many, many
Mm.
years. Yeah.
Wow.
So it won't serve us, because we got lots to do, man. We got lots to do. We got contribute to the community. We got to contribute to the economy. We got to build
Mm.
our retirement fund.
Mm. Exactly. Right. And life is so wonderful to be bogged down with all these things. It's just too short as
Yeah,
well. Right.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
The most iconic couple in the world, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt pun,
Oh, yeah.
was you know, split
Right.
ways kan,
Yes. Yeah.
and they are okay, right? So
Yeah.
they're
That was.
doing better, I guess,
Mm.
too,
Mm.
right?
Yes,
Mm.
So in
yes.
then talking about forgiveness and empathy, right? So
Mhm.
I think this is a challenge that I would like you to share, because I'm sure that you go through it and other single moms would relate to it, right? Guilt trip, guilt trip while bringing up your children,
Ah,
kan?
okay.
So
Yeah.
how do you feel it? Dia tak, waktu anak you kesian, they would say something, or itulah I ni. It's deep inside your heart. Itulah kalau aku tak bercerai tak jadi macam ni, right? Like that.
Mm.
Yes, yes. Just like any mom who has that guilt pursuing their career. So I had that too in the very beginning. In the very beginning, because they're still small. So as parents, we always see the product of our kids when they have grown up, right? So,
Mm,
so once they're still in that growing up years, you still don't know how they're gonna turn out to be,
mm,
right? So that's when the guilt trip will still come and go, come and go, come and go. But for me now, since I've past 4 5 years, I've seen my children. Once they have grown up, I no longer have that conversation. In fact, I look back, I'm so glad. And in fact, even they themselves, like, Mom, I'm so glad this happened, So we are
mm,
now able to look back and say this is all blessings, yeah.
mm,
But for moms out there who are still going through, you probably just been divorced 3 years, 2 years, and still adjusting. Uh,
mm,
my I what I would say is just take one day at a time and trust yourself and trust that Allah is with you. Okay, and always dua for only the good things. Yeah. So
mm,
always think and dua only good things for you and your children. Because if
mm,
you start going down the what's negative and negative, that becomes your dua, and that's what's going to happen. So watch your thoughts, watch your dua, and dua sentiasa, not only
mm,
the 5 times prayer. If you
mm,
ask me, dua 24/7. Sebelum you tidur, doa,
mm,
bangun, doa all the time. And
mm,
Allah is great. uh, I've seen so many miracles. I've seen so many, at the point where your electricity bill being cut off, suddenly there's money coming in. At the
mm,
point at your last Maggie, suddenly money coming in.
mm.
So I've seen all
Yeah.
these miracles. So
Mm,
so trust in your dua, and trust in miracle. He's
mm,
always there, uh, and he hears you, you
mm,
know, uh, in every of your thoughts. Yeah, every
mm,
of your thoughts, and not just limited to your five times prayer.
mm. Wonderful. Like that a lot. Yeah. The dua is very important. I totally believe in
Yes,
that too, whatever religion you are. Um,
yes.
mm. And when you go, I think we lost Nini a bit here. So I'm just going to go
Yeah.
ahead and ask some questions while she gets back in. So when you're going through that adversity before, that challenges before,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, dua and work hard and all that, it's something, it's of course it's there, but what other things do you do to keep yourself going besides that? I mean, do you have enough time, because you have two girls at that time, your work and all that, so do you have time to catch up on a passion, or something that's outside work, outside the girls? Do you have time for
Um.
that?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm. Mm.
I actually have a all ladies trip every year with my schoolmates.
Nice.
I will schedule things like that. We still do it
Mm.
every year, and
Mm.
they also get away from their husbands
Yeah, yeah.
and their children. Yeah.
We all need that, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yes, yes. Very important. Married,
Mm.
not married, with kids, no kids. Every woman should do that.
Exactly.
Yes, yes, I do. But I'm also very lucky because my work is my passion.
Mm.
So continuous learning, always improving, and looking for ways to be better at what I do
Mm.
is part of my passion. So
Mm.
once in a while, I go have my me time and all that, but
Mm.
nothing
Mm.
big in particular because my passion is already in my work.
Mm. Yeah, that's a
But me
blessing.
time, yes, yeah, me time is very important. Me time.
Mm.
So
Definitely.
in
Yeah.
Itan, I know that you are prepared, for tonight's session, right? And there's just so much that you would like to express,
Mm-hmm.
and that would bring us to your tip. And what would you like to express to women out there?
Yep. Okay. So, what I would like to say to any women out there who are going through tough time, whether it's relationship, whether it's a status of not married, and people are seeing labeling things to you and all that, um, first thing first, acknowledge your emotion. If you're feeling, if people say things to you and it makes you feel sad or bad, acknowledge it. Yeah, I feel sad. I feel hurt. It's okay. It doesn't make you weak. Yeah,
Mm.
acknowledge that. And then what you need to do is just process that, but don't take it to judge yourself. Oh,
Mm.
pakcik I kata I tadi, I ni molot bising sebab tu lah tak ada orang nak kahwin. Ouch, right? Ouch, yeah, yeah, acknowledge, yeah, ouch, that hurts. But because it's pakcik, you cannot say, right? Take it, yes, it hurts, but don't take it to judge yourself. Betul lah aku ni mulut murai sebab tak ada orang nak kahwin. Don't take that. Turn it
Mm.
around and say, redirect it to focus to what you can control. Sebab I mulut murai lah, mulut I macam ni lah sebab I jadi boss at my
Mm.
work. Because I'm so strong character, sebab tu lah I boleh buat business.
Mm.
So take that and put it into focus on what's beneficial for you. So every woman has this. Okay, now let's just say that you are this not that kind of character, not the A type. You're the I need a man, da 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 da. Okay, so if again people are just gonna label, right? So
Mm.
look at your strength and see what can you do with your strength. Just focus on that. Focus on moving forward. It can be
Mm.
teaching. So whatever that suits your character, use it and turn it into your strength, right? And then count your blessings. Yeah, I can't say this enough. It's so easy to count your blessing when you have money, when things are great. But the challenging part is when you are able to go into adversity and say Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Electricity nak potong. So that next time I ingat simpan duit. Alhamdulillah. COVID-19. Asyik kerja je, tak ada time untuk family. So Alhamdulillah. So you gotta Alhamdulillah for everything, you know. You gotta see it, but you gotta mean it. Okay, you gotta mean it. Because in every adversity, there's actually so much of blessing. Now, if you read biographies of successful people, their
Mm.
adversity is like, oh, nothing. Nothing compared to, for me personally, I think it's nothing. And I see that. And it's in these adversities that we grow so much. Yeah,
Mm.
and nothing beats growing from adversity than nothing beats learning than growing from your own experience. Yeah, you can read all the
Mm.
books, but it's only until when you experience it and you go, this is what the book meant. Now you really understand it. Now you
Mm.
really get the hang of it. So
Mm.
count blessing, no matter how bad the adversity, look for it. Look for it, no matter how small. There's one time I really don't have, when I do my gratitude list, I really don't have anything to like, what is it to be grateful for? You know what I wrote down? I wrote down, Alhamdulillah, I'm so grateful today because I get to breathe and the oxygen is free.
Mm.
I didn't have to pay a bill for it.
Mm.
Oxygen
Mm.
is free and I'm alive. Imagine
Mm.
if oxygen I have to pay and I'm broke.
Mm.
Out you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
little things that we always take for granted, but it's in adversity that we will start noticing, and it works wonders. I've been in a really downward spiral situation, no money, feeling bad, da 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 da. Then I just focus. The moment I shift into focusing on what to be grateful for, that's when magic happened. That's when, money just come from I don't know where. I didn't ask for this, and it
Mm.
just came. Help just came. People who people you don't ask for help, it suddenly come and help you. You
Mm.
never know. So for me, counting blessing is a form of dua as well, and we shouldn't miss that, not even a day.
Mm.
So
I
that's
love
it.
that a lot.
That,
I love that a lot. Yeah, which is
that
so true.
is
Yeah.
so that is so cool, right?
Mm.
Any last
Okay.
question? Sorry, you wanted to say? Go on, Intan.
I think I would want to help answer. Yes. Uh, all I want to say to all the women out there is look within and find that strength in you because it's in there. You
Mm,
gotta deal with it. Yeah.
mm, mm,
Nobody can take that away from you, but you gotta awaken it. It's been
mm,
there sleeping. You feel that
mm,
you've been all this damsel in distress. I can't do this. I can't do that. That means your strength, your giant in you, your warrior in you is still sleeping. You gotta awaken that. Once
mm,
that's awakened, things will just fall into place. Okay,
mm,
and every adversity is temporary by nature. It's temporary. Once you go down, the only way out is out, up. So
mm.
that's it.
Wonderful.
Mhm.
Very good
Yeah.
advice there.
Let's answer Amelia's. Yeah, Amelia's. I hope I've
Dah
answered her
tadi.
question by that empathy and forgiveness. Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
think you
I
did.
think
Yeah.
if in general we're talking about the community of, let's say, women out there who are not educated, sometimes the women in couple, they don't even know their rights, sharia law, that they can go and ask for divorce, that kind of. If their husband are drug addicts, that they can get divorced immediately. They don't know.
Mm,
I read a lot of
mm,
their stories when people like Syed Azmi go out and give bantuan and all that, and these women don't know. So I think a lot of education need to be done, for
mm,
those who don't know their rights. Yeah,
mm,
apart from building character, they also need to know their rights. So it has to come hand in hand. If they just know their rights but they don't have the character, they don't have
mm,
the strength to do it, it will just become a knowledge. They will stay in that abusive marriage. They will,
mm,
because they don't
mm.
have the strength to get out of it.
Sure. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm,
Intan, I am going to put up your before you go, I'm going to put up your link on the screen, and you could speak a little bit about it. The
Uh,
link that you
yes,
provided me earlier about
yes.
your program, coming up
Social
program
media.
about
Yeah.
resilience.
Yes. So I've put a link, I've shared a link with Nini, my Twitter and also my Instagram. So every day I write on LinkedIn, and now usually I write a lot on LinkedIn. So that's how that's how I got picked up by MIA.
yeah.
And now I'm expanding all my content from LinkedIn. I copy and channel it through Instagram as well as Twitter. And
Mm,
hopefully this content will add value to those, especially to those who need it. And if you find that it adds value to you, and if you think that you have friends that who they need to hear this or read this, please share it with them. And I will also, on the 6th of June, be opening doors um, to the public, and I especially want to help women who are going through challenges, because women usually process this emotion, right, this negative emotion suddenly datang in a big chunk, and it can be very overwhelming, and when it's overwhelming it can lead to stress, and if it's prolonged it can lead to depression. So we don't want to wait until we get into that depression. Tak boleh
true.
tidur,
Mm,
sakit, you get all
mm,
kinds of sickness if you don't process it. So I want to
mm,
help with, when the moment you detect it, okay, let's learn how to handle this and get
mm,
it out of the way.
mm.
So
Sounds
you
good.
will see the announcement on my social media, on my Twitter, Instagram, as well as LinkedIn.
Hmm. Wonderful.
Cool, right? So it has been a wonderful session, Intan. Even though that I've known you for so long, I got to know you better again and got inspired by you again. And is
Yeah.
there anything else that you would like to add on, Zoo?
I just want to say thank you. And I learned a lot of new things today, especially on that women polygamy thing. I'm going to Google on that because I'm still very curious.
Don't
Yeah,
And
get me
right on
pay
it,
for it
right?
though, okay?
macam nak campaign. Ni perempuan ni kenapa macam ni? So I'm very curious, yeah, but it's good information, and perhaps something I could write for marketing on Marketing Manager as well, right? Like a material. So yeah, thank you so much, Intan. As I said, I learned a lot today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Especially, sorry.
You were saying Intan? Dia tak dengar kot Zu.
Tak dengar. Intan, you wanted to say something earlier. Dah tak dengar ni.
Yeah. Hi Intan, can
Just
you
say
hear
thank
us?
you for having me. Thank you for having me. Yes,
Wonderful.
nice and clear.
Thanks for being here.
Yes.
Thanks for being here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Good
So you were
night.
saying Zu just now. Okay, so thanks again so much Intan. It was lovely having you.
Indeed.
Congratulations again, right, for being on the MIA's yearly iconic list. Yeah, I got a shortcut.
Yes, you did. Very smart.
MIA.
Right, MIA's LinkedIn iconic list. So yeah.
Second year running,
but
isn't it? Second
Sorry?
year running. Second year running. So well done. See you again next year.
All right.
Right.
Bye, Intan.
Thank you. Bye.
Hi, Zoo.
That was wonderful, wasn't it?
Yeah. So, I guess we both learned something new today, huh?
Very much, very interesting. And also those laws regards to women wanting divorce in Malaysia. All these, I think many women did not know, right? I mean, if you're, Intan was saying, if you are wife to a drug peddler, you get, you can get divorced pretty easily and all that. I'm sure many women don't know that.
By law, they can just based on that. Yeah.
Tiba-tiba dia masih ada.
The one that they can get immediately is drug addict, criminal, and cannot perform sexually.
Okay.
Yes,
Wow.
they can. If there's a letter by the doctor, if there's a letter by the doctor, your
Why do I
husband
see
cannot have
Intan,
erection. Ada kat bawah.
Intan,
Okay, we're no longer
kita
live,
masih
right? Yes.
We are still live.
Oh my God.
Okay. Okay, it's okay. So, Intan, we are still live. But now we know. It's a fact, right? It's a fact. So that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So you
Wait,
were saying.
Okay.
So join her right story because you would never know what would happen and how informative and factual it is.
Oh my God, this is so good. This is good.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Okay. All right. So let's go. Let's do this. Zoom. Okay. So I must nak gelak Zoom, but it's fine. So it's 10:39 now. So I guess tomorrow, who do we have? Yeah, Zoom. I don't have the list with me.
Yeah, I think it's I'm sure it is Nasuha Browning.
Nasuha Browning. So we've had so many inspirational women up, yesterday we spoke about mental health, and then we spoke about about how difficult it is to start a business during MC, or Jamuna, when I hampir nangis, that part, the woman in aviation. There's just so many
Right.
kind of stories. Yeah, it has been
Very inspirational.
really good. So join us
Mm.
again tomorrow. We
Yeah.
have been airing since 11th of May in
Okay.
conjunction of Mother's Day, and until 29th
29th
of
of
May, every night at 9:30 p.m. Anything that you want to say, Zu, on
Okay.
behalf of Marketing in Asia?
Sure. So ever since this show has been aired, I've received quite a
Mhm.
lot of interested parties actually in my LinkedIn inbox to know how they can be a contributor. So I just want to give like a little what we're looking for, little tips on what we're looking for. So first thing is that the person must be a good writer, because as I said at the beginning of the show, we have a lot of requests for people who want to be contributors, but we pick those who we really think can write, right? Write with a passion and write with a vengeance as well. So we're looking for good writers, and they must be kind of like a maestro, like they know their craft. We need someone who knows their craft to pen for us, and then they're able to commit at least once a month for an article. Yeah, once a
Mhm.
month at least for an article. And also probably if they're based in Asia, because our contents and our observations are all in Asia. But this is case by case basis as well. If they're based elsewhere, but it's case by case. We normally speak to them and see how things goes. But it would be great if they're based in Asia itself. So these are the requirements, that's all. So if they're interested, please go to our website to register. Or if they couldn't find the link, whatever, just contact me on LinkedIn. Then I will direct them to the link.
Okay, so that is marketing in Asia, right? So
Marketing.
I will put that up.
Mm. Just when they go to a website, go to a magazine, just scroll through to the bottom. There's a link that says "Write for Us." Just click on that, and they can register there.
Right for us, right?
Write for Us, yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so again, Marketing in Asia has articles from all around Asia. You have Bahasa Indonesia, Bahasa Malaysia, you have English, you have Tagalog,
Take a look, and we're looking for. That's it for now, but of course, more coming. There's
English,
more coming in
English,
the pipeline. English, yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah.
right? Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, so thank you very much. So on behalf of Ministry of Marketing Asia, I would like to again remind our audience that I am giving away 30 minutes social impact coaching slots.
Mm.
So if you think that, so if the coaching session, there's not much left. So I know that probably if you are not celebrating Hari Raya, or if you are and you have free time, you think that you would want to use that time to learn something about your business and how can you pivot during this time of crisis. This is my bit of contribution to the community. So I'm doing a 30-minute social impact coaching slots, right? So the link is on the comment area. And also, as I am the founder of Chatbot Malaysia, we are now giving um, so as we were doing the sales chatbot, right, Zoo, so
Mhm.
people were asking for FAQ bot. So now we have our chatbot on WhatsApp. And good news, for
Mm.
just the first 30 people, and I guess half of it were taken up already by our own existing client. So you pay only 14% of the
Mm.
normal price.
Mm.
And how would you know more? Is just to click on this link, also in the comment area. You will straight away interact with our WhatsApp chatbot, and you could straight away experience how WhatsApp chatbot would really feel like, right?
Right.
So it's the right time for you to work on your business, not answering calls, not being busy. As right, as business owners,
Yeah.
or right, what we do is kita bangun pagi je nak tengok WhatsApp,
Right.
and then the day would be gone with
Just
us
that. Yeah.
just answering WhatsApps,
Exactly.
right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a
So
good way
with
to eliminate that, unnecessary thing.
Yeah.
your schedule.
Yeah, so this is just our bit of to help the community who is, unemployment rate is going up. As of April, there were over 2 million unemployment rates already since
Wow.
MCO started, right? So this is us doing our bit so that if you would like to start a business, it's easy. So 14% is only 270 ringgit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
really
it's really
still,
cheap.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so we will see you again tomorrow night
Oh,
with
yeah.
Nasuha Browning.
Looking forward to have Nazuha. She's an educator, so lots more to learn.
Yeah, and education is like the thing now. So not
Yeah,
only children are
yeah,
learning, we adults are going through a crazy growth spurt,
yeah.
learning
We are,
spurt
isn't
right
it?
now.
Isn't
Kan?
it? It's amazing. Yeah, left, right, center. It's amazing. But I love it. I love this
All
period.
right.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, I love it too, actually.
Yeah.
All right, Zeus. So I see you again tomorrow.
Morning, Nini.
Bye.
Lovely to be back. And see ya.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again.